Hey guys, Buddy here, back with another Minecraft video. Today we're going to be breaking down how we did our automatic melon farm here. What we did yesterday also works for pumpkins, and it just involves the hopper minecart going down, picking up any of the stuff that pops up here on the dirt here, and then bringing it back and dropping it off. The redstone for activating the pistons and activating the observers, or causing the observers to activate something. Super easy, it's just basic redstone, but this can be a little bit confusing on how it works and why we did certain things. So yeah, so we'll sort of break that down and give you sort of an idea of what's happening. So this is going to be our first sort of redstone recap video, much closer to like what a tutorial would be. So very cool, worked out perfect, and we are pumped. So I got almost everything set up. This is like take 5 or 6, so we'll make it work. But yeah, so I just have a chest here. It's empty. It's a regular chest. I'm going to put my hopper into it, and to set up our rail, we just put the blocks there. We got our hopper on there. That's fine. We want 2 lines because we're going to want to do 2 rows. That's fine. You can see my grass mistakes. That's okay. Yeah, so then we just put our rails here. Get them to loop around. Nope, we don't want it to do that. Rails get a little bit annoying. So maybe we could do this, 7 or so. Put a little thing right there, and we can have our turn be, we can have it at the end. That's fine. If we're doing it like this, we're gonna have to have 2 redstone torches because we need to power that and that. So that's okay. Not super efficient, but it's fine. The thing about not putting rails in random spots, the thing about the rail aspect of this is you need your minecart to go under the whole amount of what you're gonna try to capture, if that makes sense. Make a hopper minecart real fast. Minecart, hopper minecart, boom. So yeah, so maybe if we try it this way. Perfect. Gets all the way around, no problem. So yeah, you just want to make sure you have enough speed to get all the way around. It shouldn't get slowed down by having any more items in it or anything. So once you get it all the way around, it works fine. So yeah, so that part's easy. And if it picks up something, it'll drop it off into here. When it goes over this hopper here, the hopper that's in there, even if it has stuff, will hold on to it until it's on top of the other hopper, and then it'll drop it off. So, pretty sweet. And then yeah, you'll have your melons or your pumpkin, or you can use it to capture anything that's on the ground that's falling. So, this will work for that. So yeah, let's stop this and work on the rest of it. Hopper minecart. So that's that. Not too bad, right? Alright, the next part is setting up kind of like what we want to capture. So we're going to have our grass. So our grass is, we want to leave 1 space, right? So we're going to have to use a little bit of space just because, okay, so this is going to be where we have our thing growing and where we have our plant placing the new thing. What you're going to have to realize is that over there, if we're trying to mimic that, we're going to need not only here, because this is going to be our water, but we're going to need this part too. So we're going to want to close this. Oh, not like that. We're going to want to close this. Yeah. We can do that. We're just going to do a small scale. So, this is where our water is going to be holding in, so we're going to want to... Man, come on. I'm running out of stuffs. So, it doesn't matter what holds your water, but you need something to contain your water. Boom. So the water will be able to go in there. I have one bucket, and I can get another bucket when I jump down. So then you're gonna need a way up too. So we can do that as well. Doesn't matter. Again, this is sort of just for your own personal knowledge. 3. There we go. So we're gonna do a 4 blocker, but yes, so we need to extend this out a little bit. The only thing you have to worry about is if you have your tracks pretty close, you don't want these underneath these because it'll power this block. So let's get some light in here. Toot, toot, toot. Interesting. Okay, so we got some light around, so nothing's gonna come harm us. But yeah, so we need this water, same as it over there. Then we're gonna leave this space, and then we're gonna put our we're gonna put our plant here, and then we're gonna leave this space. So that's gonna be that. So we're gonna have to put our pistons the next one over, and you're gonna want sticky pistons for it because you want it to pull the block back. Doop, doop, doop. So a sticky piston when it's powered. Let me see if I have a torch. I'll make a torch real fast. So when it's powered, it'll extend, and when it's not, it'll pull that block back. So that's what we need. Otherwise, if it's not a sticky piston, it's just going to push that block, and you can do it once. So if you would like to make your farm only usable once, that's fine, but that's not very efficient. So we're going to have it like this. We're going to want to... We can cover this water. I use glass. Oh, wait. Yeah. It's freaking me out. But yeah, you want to cover it so it still gets irrigated here, but it's not going to push anything over top of it. So that's good. And then, yeah, like I said, I use glass. I like using glass. I think it opens it up a lot, but yeah. So you're going to want to have your plants here. I think I have some melon seeds. I do. You're going to plant them. You're going to plant them here. Easy peasy. So when they grow, they have no choice but to grow into this spot. Right? This can't grow onto here because this is here, so it only grow into there. And then that's how we can automate it. So we'll have, you have your pistons, but you have on one back so that when they fire, they push it and they break this. So we need to go up one to put our observer block. So our observer block is going to be facing down. Okay, the arrow is going to be pointing up, and you want the face of it to be observing straight down. So I like to put it facing down over there, and then we can kind of point it down from this side. Boop, boop, boop. And you're going to need one for each observer spot that's going to be on. What I did over there is I did a block, then a glowstone block, and then another block. And that makes it so that your plants have light and they can grow because they're going to be pretty well covered here. So at this point, we've got our observer blocks pointed down, observing this patch here for any changes. So the only change that's going to happen is this is going to grow into there, it's going to observe it, and it's going to power a signal. So you see that little blink of red when we put a block in there. So yep, that's what we're looking for, that's what we're looking at. So yeah, you can close this up, it's fine. We are going to have to do our redstone circuits now, so that's going to be fine too. With this, you're going to want to do redstone over the top. For these, you're going to want to put redstone on the back. So that's that. That's not too bad. And basically we are going to have, we're going to have some space out here. so that we can set up our piston combination. So yeah, that's not so hard. I messed up the thing here, that's okay. Just jump in. You can do it, bloop, put it back, and it'll fix itself. So yeah, so again, I like to use the redstone over here. Not the redstone, glowstone. And then again, when this is powered, it'll extend and break that. Where's my torch? Here it is. It'll break this block under here. Right. And then because they're all sticky pistons, it'll bring it right on back. Perfect. So that is that step. Okay, so the next step is a little more complicated. So we're working up there. I was gonna show you down here kind of what it looks like, just so it's not part of there, and then when you go to use it somewhere else and you need kind of like an observer switch to turn off, you can use this. So the way it works is you use just a regular piston. So just a regular piston. You need 2 spaces and then another one. So you start out with piston, block, space, and then another piston. And this is going to be your input into here. So you can have it, boom. And then the way that you reset it is you're going to put a block of redstone there. So when this piston is powered, it pushes this redstone block, which it already has power. You're going to push it into this so it starts this. So now you're going to have a repeater so that it doesn't go crazy. A repeater is very... What the... When did those guys get there? Let me deal with these guys. Oh my gosh. Okay, so the way we have this is we can make it so that this piston will push it to there. It'll power this, and this will be our starter. This will be basically our starting mechanism for our pistons up here. So we're gonna get a little blip of redstone power into this piston. It's gonna power this redstone block, or this piston, to power this, propel this into this piston. This, when it's over here, it's gonna have power, so it'll light this line up, and it'll go and it'll signal to our pistons that, yeah, you have power, you can go. Remember, this only goes for so long, maybe like 15 blocks, so if you're going pretty far, you're gonna want to put a repeater here. That way, it can propel the whole way. So the way we get this to work, and we put another repeater back here, is we have to power this one. So it's only going to get a little blip, but we want to basically push that block back to reset our system. So what we're going to do is we're going to take like a little line. Doesn't matter where, it could be wherever. We're going to take a line off of that. Leave a space here so that these don't connect, but then we're going to put some repeaters here to kind of give it a second. So it only takes, just one push and then it breaks our thing. So we want to get those pistons out of the way. So we want it to go, and then we want to delay it, like leave this at 0 ticks, this at 1 tick, and this at 2 ticks, and run it right back in. So this is going to power this. It's going to force power into all our pistons to push out. Then we're going to use this line in the same power tick to turn it off and reset it. So we can see that by placing a button. If it was just full power, it would never, this would just stay powered. So we just want to mimic just a tiny little push, and then we see it pushes back and then pulls it back. So that kind of gives us our little flip-flop here. Again, we can do it forever. Again, powers, let's try to slow it down. So it's coming, it powers this whole thing, but then we see this is lit at the very end to give it that last little oomph right at the end to push this block back, and then this isn't powered anymore. So that resets our system. So that's basically what we have over here. Maybe if we see it in action, we'll be able to see it. So we have our minecart down there. Oh, looks like we got some. Here it goes. Yeah, we see that it was not this was the last part, and it pushed our system closed. So our observer blocks are up here, pushes this, we have our own setup up here. Oh! Yeah, so that works perfect. These can be just regular pistons. They don't need to be sticky pistons. They shouldn't be sticky pistons. So yeah, so that's gonna work out perfect. And then this is our line that pushes our pistons. See how I was saying if you have kind of a longer line, you want to be able to power the whole thing. You can use a repeater to keep it propelled. But yeah, so that's it. What else? I think that about does it. So mine is not the most efficient. Obviously the exit area is pretty nice. It looks like it runs just far enough, but yeah, so that's basically it. So the redstone breakdown is not too bad. Again, this is the most complicated part, making sure that you have a little bit of delay on the backside to push that block and pull the piston back to reset your system. So that's very cool. And then that fits up perfectly up here, so if we were to get up there and set it up, it would be good to go. So again, this would be our input up here, so we'd put that where our button is, and then we'd have this part right here with the pistons after it's pushed onto here. So that would fit out perfectly. So again, we did it over there. That's fine. We still have some stuff that's popping up top. I don't understand. But yeah, so this is our farm. It's pretty automatic. Maybe we could even make sure that nothing comes through there. Just cover it up with our blocks. But yeah, so it's working out super well for us. Melons all day, every day, and we don't even have to do anything. So yeah, very cool. So yeah, we'll definitely use the minecart aspect again, and you can put it under anything. Let's say you're clipping sheep. I thought I had some. You're clipping sheep and you can't get in the middle of them, and you can't get the wool out, right? If you had the minecart going underneath, so a block underneath, you could pick it up off the ground, and that would save you from having to, you know, open your gate, letting all your sheep out. You could still get any of the blocks that were in there, right? A chicken farm is another great one. If you have all those eggs on the ground and you want to get them because you want to make a ton of cakes or something, you know, you don't want to open your gate up and get all your eggs out every time. So yeah, you could set up a system with the minecart, collecting it and dropping it off in a chest for you to access. This is just, it's kind of like turning a button into a lever type of thing, which we've done before. But this just kind of takes your button and resets your whole system along with that. Didn't mean to put that there. But yeah, so it'll power, you know, your pistons for a second, but then it'll reset so you could press your button and power your pistons again. So probably do something similar to this for like a door, you know, like an opening, closing of a door, right? That you don't necessarily want to have a lever for, or you want to set up like a pressure plate system for a door, you know. How do I make a pressure plate? Pressure plate, weighted pressure plate, heavy. I just wanted a stone one, or even a wood one. But yeah, I don't want to waste the materials on that. But yeah, even a pressure plate, you know, just a little blip of power would push it, and then you could flip open a door or flip open all of your stuff here, turn on the lights or something, you know. And then you can have it set up so you can walk over it again and turn out all your lights, you know. Let's have it set up so that you can turn all your lights on when you're walking into your house or leaving your house. It turns off all your lights, you know. So definitely cool situations you can have. The observer blocks, which we didn't really dive into. The observer blocks are super good. So the way they work is if there's a change in front of them, it'll add a little bit of redstone here. Boop. Little burst of redstone power. And that's good because it's just a little blink, but it can tell what's happening on the block in front of it. So like something growing onto it, it can recognize it and power it, and then you can use it to power a system like this that pushes the pistons into it. So yeah, lots of power with the observer block, and we've used the observer block a couple times before. Let me eat here real fast. With our kelp farm over there, we've used that. Our farms here, we could utilize our minecart underneath to pick up that stuff for us and deposit it in. But yeah, our observer block over here we've used before in our kelp farm. Which looks like the middle part isn't growing, but that would be able to function as well. So yeah, it sees the changes there and it'll break whenever it's ready. So pretty cool. I don't know. But yeah, so that's our video. Our cactus is coming so crazy, and we'll probably make a farm of it here in a little bit. But yeah, so we've got that going, and we want to put a block on our wall. 17 episodes, but yeah, this is our first Redstone episode. We're on Minecraft Realms, so it's really good that we're doing it on the realm, so you get the aspect of like the lag and how it's different compared to Java, where our pistons aren't functioning 0 tick, you know? So yeah, this is just kind of breaking down all the aspects of what we made last time into stuff that you can use elsewhere, or just understanding what's happening. So yeah, lots of talking. I hope it wasn't so bad. I hope you learned something. That's my goal. But yeah, so I'm thinking about doing this for every sort of video from here on out. We'll have the build, and we get our building up and stuff like that. But then we also get the breakdown as to, okay, so what's going on, you know? So I think that'll be good. But yeah, so a lot of it will start to combine together, and that's good. But yeah, so cool, very cool. So that's it. Redstone recap done. But yeah, so thanks for hanging out. Thanks for all the support from everybody. Don't forget to like, subscribe, help me out with that stuff. Yeah, very cool. So see you guys in the next one.